It's illumination season in Blackpool, but amidst the bright lights, there's a darker side to this tourist town. Down at street level, in the shadows, are Blackpool's forgotten. The homeless and the vulnerable are growing increasingly resentful, as one of the town's historic hotels plays host to more than 300 Channel migrants, just yards from where they're forced to sleep rough on the streets.
I'm invisible. I am literally invisible. People walk past. They don't even see you now.
Sketch has been sleeping rough in Blackpool for months. His story sums up the absurdity of the Channel migrant crisis and will serve only to stoke the anger felt by many. Inside this hotel, mainly young men who paid criminal gangs to cross the Channel illegally. While life for Sketch and friend Gaz, an army veteran, seems almost unbearably miserable. With post-traumatic stress, his downward spiral eventually left Gaz on the streets. He didn't want to talk on camera, but Sketch sums up the anger they all feel and what they see as the injustice of their treatment, in stark contrast to the migrants nearby.
It's wrong because you're looking at the real homeless here. And with them putting them in there and then leaving us on the streets, it's wrong.
With 50,000 hotel and bed and breakfast rooms across Blackpool, it's an obvious target for Home Office contractors looking for more asylum seeker accommodation. Indeed, the travel group linked to this hotel and 4 others in Blackpool confirmed to us they've been approached and offered a large sum of money by a company looking to acquire 3 hotels in the area for migrant use. They've said no at the moment, but the operations director admits the offer is tempting.
The industry itself is extremely difficult at the minute, so when something like that comes along where you're guaranteed a year and you're full all the time and the rates that they're looking to pay for that, then yeah, I can see quite easily why it could be considered by somebody.
The area's Conservative MP says he'll be on the front line of any protests against new migrant hotels.
My inbox is already full of people who can't get a council house, can't get an NHS dentist, a GP appointment, and the idea that you can locate 300 asylum seekers in the UK's most deprived ward, which is where they are currently being hosted, without that wraparound support is complete and utter madness.
Blackpool's forgotten are desperate for help, but as authorities here are forced to house growing numbers of asylum seekers, Sketch and his companions are, it seems, way down the list of priorities.
It's hard. Last night, an elderly friend of ours fell ill and we found the ambulance. He was close to death.
And as this resort heads into the winter months, life for those living rough on its streets will only get harder. Mark White, GB News, Blackpool.